All right, so I bought a pair of new gloves. Ring the cage. These are the Japanese style boxing gloves. I've had gloves throughout the years, and one of the things that I've always really didn't pay attention to, but want to pay attention to, is the moisture on the inside of the gloves. When you're boxing, when you're kickboxing, when you're sparring, these things get really wet. And one of the things you need to do is dry them. And so what I wanted to do was create a way to dry them anywhere in the house, right? And so what I came up with is this idea of this thing, along with this. So this is one of those personal cooling systems. Technically, you're supposed to put water in here, and it would humidify a dry, hot area. But you don't have to put water, it just turns into a fan. And then I bought one of these, which is a boot and glove dryer. So usually you would put this on top of a vent, and then you would put your boots or your gloves upside down on them, and that would dry it. Now the thing is, I don't want my stinky gloves, smelling up the place because they're on the vents. So what I wanted to do was keep them contained and put them anywhere in the house. So I created this little box. I used cardboard where I could sit this thing on top and put this right next to it. So from here, I would be able to dry my gloves for an extended period of time, turn on the button, it fans, turns on, the air goes through this, dries it all out. Once that's done, I put in a pair of glove dogs, which I will be making myself as well, inside, so that whatever moisture is left inside is taken out through the glove dogs, and they are good to go inside my bag. So I had this, I'm not entirely sure where I got it from, but I'm pretty sure you can get it from Amazon for about 30 bucks. And this is about 13 from my local Canadian Tire. I'm sure you can get it cheaper anywhere else. But yeah, this is a way to dry your boxing gloves without having to put them in a fan or leaving them somewhere specifically to dry. The other part about it is if you leave them to dry, a lot of times you need to kind of just leave them somewhere so that air gets through them, put a fan on. And so this would be a great way to just essentially keep it that way and dry. I mean, you could also technically just take one of these and put them on a vent somewhere in your house if you don't mind doing that. I'm not sure about the hot air from your heater, if that's good for the inside of your gloves. This is just a fan, and so this kind of controls what's going through your gloves. It's not heated, it's just air going through, and it dries your gloves. So that's my idea. Hopefully you try it out and tell me how it goes.